In this video, you will learn some of my top strategies to make money when it comes to in-play betting in the National Hockey League, usually called the NHL. More precisely, I use 6 specific tactics with my live hockey bets. This video will unveil all of the secrets behind 2 of those approaches, but don't worry. Towards the end of this video, you will get the opportunity to put your hands on a PDF document, which is completely free, that reveals the details about all 6 systems. Stick until the end of the video for details. Let me uncover right now some great betting tips when it comes to in-play betting in the NHL. Enjoy the video, my friend! NHL in-play strategy number 1, called the blown-out underdog. Suppose the pre-game underdog is trailing by 3 goals or more in the third period. You may be getting great juicy odds on this team to score the next goal. Why? Here are a few reasons. Reason number 1. The favorite is likely to play more softly and with less passion since they feel like the win is in the bag. Reason number 2. The favorite may be resting its best players and opting to give more ice time to secondary players. Reason number 3. As shown in my scientific paper entitled Biased Penalty Calls in the National Hockey League, co-authored with Tim B. Schwartz, we have proved that teams leading in a match are more likely to have the next penalty called against them. Whether this result is caused by officiating bias or teams behaving differently is irrelevant to us. All that matters is the fact that the team we are betting has a greater likelihood of getting power play opportunities. Speaking of that article, another interesting conclusion was reached after analyzing data on 5,640 NHL games. Quote, teams that have taken more penalties in a match are less likely to have the next penalty called against them. End of quote. So, ideally, you also want the underdog to have benefited from fewer power play opportunities than their opponents so far in the game. In this case, it looks like referees tend to even things out. I would also argue that it is also preferable to have the underdog playing in front of its home fans. That makes it more likely that they will keep fighting instead of simply giving up. In this situation, here are some guidelines with respect to betting the blown-out underdog to score the next goal. Minimum acceptable odds with 12 to 15 minutes left, plus 225 odds, which equates to 3.25 in decimal format. Minimum acceptable odds with 9 to 12 minutes left, plus 250 or 3.5 in decimal. Minimum acceptable odds with 6 to 9 minutes left, plus 350 or 4.5 in decimal. Finally, minimum acceptable odds with 4 to 6 minutes left, plus 500 or 6.0 in decimal. Keep in mind that your bet loses if neither team scores until the end of regulation. In this case, no goal turns out to be the winning bet. A final note. Based on what I said earlier, you could accept taking slightly lower odds when the favorite has had many more power plays than the underdog up to that point, which increases the underdog's chances of scoring the next goal, and or number 2, if the underdog is at home. NHL in-play strategy number 2, the empty net goal in the playoffs. NHL coaches don't use the same game plan regarding the pulled goalie during the postseason. As a matter of fact, they tend to pull him much earlier. Most sportsbooks have taken this fact into account, but they don't always price their odds adequately in 2 specific situations. Situation number 1. We have a team leading by a 3-goal margin. Situation number 2. This is an elimination game. On August 7, 2020, the Toronto Maple Leafs were facing elimination in Columbus. The Blue Jackets held a 3-0 lead with 4 minutes left in the third period. Toronto elected to pull its goalie early, and it paid off big time. Indeed, they staged a furious comeback before winning 4-3 in overtime. This game showed the entire NHL world that it was possible to come back from a 3-goal deficit if you pull your goalie very early. It paved the way for other coaches to do it. My point is that the probability of scoring an empty net goal when leading by 3 goals is dramatically higher during the playoffs than during the regular season, where coaches often do not bother pulling their goalie at all. If Team A is up by 3 goals in the third period, pay attention to the following betting markets. Betting market number 1. Team A to score the next goal. The minimum acceptable odds are plus 130 or 2.30 in decimal format. Betting market number 2. Team A with the minus 3.5 puck line, which means they must win by a margin of 4 goals or more. The minimum acceptable odds are plus 140 or 2.40 in decimal. Betting market number 3. Team A to win by exactly 4 goals. Here, the minimum acceptable odds are plus 250 or 3.5 in decimal. Betting market number 4. Total goals to be an even number. The minimum acceptable odds are plus 250 or 3.5 in decimal. Betting market number 5. The correct score. For example, if Team A is leading 5-2, you bet them to win 6-2. Here, the minimum acceptable odds are plus 300 or 4.0 in decimal. The last 3 markets are harder to hit, which is why the odds requirement is higher. For example, Team A might score 2 empty net goals, in which case you would lose Team A to win by exactly 4 goals, the total number of goals to be an even number, and the correct score. However, you would still win a wager on the first 2 markets. Team A to score the next goal and the puck line bet. An important remark to keep in the back of your mind at all times. Teams are even more inclined to pull their goalie with a 3-goal deficit when they are facing elimination. Their season is on the line, so they've got to do something about it. For this reason, I have more faith in my bets under such circumstances, and you may even drop the minimum odds stated earlier in those types of games. Would you like to gain lifetime access to my 6 money-making NHL in-play betting techniques? If so, they are readily available for you 100% free of charge. Just follow the link below in the comment section to gain exclusive access. A free gift from me to you, my loyal YouTube viewers. I appreciate all of you very much. Now, buckle up because the upcoming video will open your eyes on a smart strategy to beat bookies when it comes to live betting in Major League Baseball.